Coucou, what's up? It's your girl Kadija, aka the Musing Nomad, and I'm back again with another video. First and foremost, I want to wish you all a happy new year, or en français, bonne année. It's been a while that I haven't been back, and I decided to come back with a video talking about the myths and the legends of what it is to be American and how I view that after having lived abroad in Eurasia, aka Europe, but more specifically France for the past decade. So I've been in France now for over a decade, and most likely I'm probably gonna stay. It wasn't in the cards. It's not what I thought I was going to be doing. It's not somewhere I imagined being long term like this, but I'm still here, and for the time being, I think this is gonna be home. So I moved to France in my 20s, and now I'm in my 30s, and the majority of my adult years have actually now been in France rather than in the US. In the past, like years ago, I made videos about moving to France. If you're interested in moving to France, things to do, setting up, and all of that stuff. Those videos still are available on my channel, so check them out. If you have any questions about moving here, tips and things that I can do to help, please let me know. Others in the past have messaged me on Instagram, so check me out on Instagram and via the comment section and ask me questions, and I'm more than happy to help if I can, right? So if you have questions, yeah, by all means, send me a message and I'll do my best to get back to you. I think the biggest myth that people have in the US and the rest of the world probably sees is American exceptionalism. This is an idea that is forced down the throats of Americans or people living in the US, as the US is the greatest, the best thing since sliced bread. The US is number one when it comes to everything. You are indoctrinated from a young age until adulthood, death, to believe that the US is the best, nothing better. No one will ever compete. This is the idea that we are pushed when we're growing up. A small way you can look at this is, I remember growing up in elementary school, or from elementary school K through 12, right? So that is kindergarten to 12th grade when you graduate high school. You are supposed to be, doing the pledge to allegiance. And when I think about it, I was like, yo, I've always been a little, okay, I'm gonna stand up for my rights. If I think something's strange or weird, I'm not doing it. From elementary school, I was not participating, okay? And I used to get in trouble with my teachers when I was standing up and pledging my allegiance to the US. For what? It's so bizarre, because when you look at, like, let's say North Korea, like, it's giving dictatorship. Why am I standing there every morning looking at the flag, pledging to allegiance? And speaking of the flag, everywhere you go in the US, flags galore. Flags galore. It is just like, oh my God. And many ways, and people want to show that they're real America, right? They're gonna have the flag on their truck. They're gonna have the flag like at their home. It's just a symbol to show your patriotism. Me personally, I've never been patriotic. I'm not patriotic because I live in France. I'm not patriotic because I'm American. I've never been one that's patriotic. I don't love a country just for the fact that it is a country. I value certain things that are from the US, from France, or other parts of the world, etc. But I'm not personally someone that's patriotic, and I don't ever see myself being that, right? But patriotism is something that is expected, right? And there's certain demographics where if you don't showcase your patriotism, you're America, you're viewed in a certain light, right? Or it's a way to signal that, like, yeah, America. If you catch my drift, you might know what I'm talking about, right? So the patriotism is just, it's sickening, because after having lived in France, it's not something that you see often. You're not gonna go every single place you go, you're gonna see the French flag. Like, obviously you're gonna see the French flag, you're in France, but it's not a thing where you see it everywhere, every place you go. It's just, it's a bizarre, honestly. And other parts of the world that I visited, other parts of Eurasia, other parts of, let's say, Africa, etc., that I visited, I've never seen patriotism to the like of the US. So that's something I've noticed that I think is odd. And I love the fact that when I'm like in other parts of the world, it's something I don't feel like is being forced down on me. Again, I haven't been to every place in the world, but these are just my experiences. These are things that I've seen. And I think this is something that is very particular to America. And it does tie into this ideal that America is the best, it's the greatest, it's the best country in the world, and it will forever be this. when you think about it, this American-centric idea is this, it's by design. It is to make Americans live in this cocoon, to think that there's nothing better than the US, so you are not going to want to travel and connect and learn from other people. And I think that's the part that is really damaging, and it's such a shame that people live in such a confined way of seeing the world. Granted, the US is a large country, right? You can go from one end to the other and you'll meet different people. And there's might be certain things, you know, cultural things in that particular area that might be different from where you're from, but it's never going to be the same as if you were to go somewhere that has a complete different system, whether that is language, whether that is just the way they view the world, etc. Right? So I just think this design that we have of the home of the free and the brave, okay, we are independent, we are individualistic. It's sad. In some aspect, I'm sure you can find positive aspects of that, but just thinking that you're the best in the world and nothing is better than you, will be better than you, is just a very arrogant way of seeing the world. And I recall this one time, this is like the earlier years when I first moved to France. It was in the evening, me and a friend were walking home after being out, and some drunk guy he heard that we were speaking English, and he came by to try to talk to us, but like, it was a little, right? And then, like, because we're not trying to engage, he's like, "Oh, fuck you Americans," and I was just like, what, do you think I'm gonna feel bad? Do you think I'm hurt because you said that? Just because you just assume that I'm just some American that's stupid because you went to the fact of, like, you guys don't know anything, you think you're the best? I've never thought that, right? That's never been my reality personally. I'm someone that's always been very, like, interested in the rest of the world and seeing and exploring. So, like, when he thought he was, like, you know, cussing me out, I was just like, girl, bye, okay? Please, I do not have the time for this, okay? Thank you guys so much for stopping by, for listening to this video. If there's anything that I missed when it comes to the myths about living in the US and the indoctrination that we have as Americans, and, you know, the American-centrism that we have and not wanting to really experience other cultures and worlds, please let me know below. Let me know your thoughts with regards to this video, if there's anything that I missed to include. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you want more videos from me, please let me know what you'd like to hear about when it comes to France. Please check out the playlists I made in the past, because those videos are really old. But if you want an updated version of those videos, please do let me know. And if you are trying to, you know, move abroad to a different country, experience different cultures and people, I would definitely urge you guys to do so. The world is big. You have one life to live, experience. It really just changed the way that you think and view things, and I think it's a beautiful thing. And I'm just so happy I've afforded myself the opportunity to live in this country, experience things, even though it's negative and positive, but again, both countries have their positives and negatives. But it's just really changed my worldview, and I'm so grateful for that. I love that. And just taking a chance to do a study abroad, and how that choice has impacted the rest of my life is crazy to think. If you have that opportunity, I urge you to do it. I urge you to travel. Even if you can do a sabbatical, do it. Just take 1 year, 6 months, 1 month, whatever you can. Go somewhere else and live and experience and appreciate. And, you know, there will be aspects of it where you might appreciate, you know, certain things about your country a lot more, which there's aspects of that which I definitely do, because the bureaucracy in France, whew, that is something in and of itself. But the experience that you're afforded and just being and interacting with other people, I think is just, it's amazing. And I think everybody should have that opportunity. So if you can, please take the opportunity to, if you have any questions, please don't forget to ask. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And your girl will be back soon for a new video. Peace.
Pull up, pull up, I pull up, pull up, pull up, I pull up, I pull up, I pull up.